One of the most sophisticated global campaigns of transnational repression comes from the People's Republic of China. Of course, they deny this. They have said, and I quote, "The accusations of transnational repression is totally made out of thin air." But tell that to the Olympic figure skater whose father participated in Tiananmen Square protests, or the Asian American Army veteran who ran for Congress in New York, or the Radio Free Asia journalist who lives in Virginia. Beijing targeted all of them and their family members, trying to get tax records, installing cameras in their home, stalking them, imprisoning their family back in China. This oppression is not only felt by the direct victims of the agents of these regimes. By going after one or two critics, they send a message to the entire exile community. You're never safe anywhere, not even if you are in a democratic nation, not even if you have political asylum. That's what makes transnational repression so chilling. It forces many to stop speaking out or end their activism altogether. Whether it's China, Russia, Iran, or Tajikistan, these countries threaten human rights offenders all over the world.
It's little wonder that since the passing of the national security law, a number of states suspended their extradition arrangements and recognised that Hong Kong was now trying to use the long arm of the state to silence critics around the world, because the NSL, of course, is dangerously vague and broad. Virtually anything can be deemed a threat to national security under its provisions. It can apply to anyone on the planet. We saw a very grave escalation earlier this year with the bounties on the heads of 8 exiled activists, and language being used by John Lee, calling them street rats and saying that they would be hunted down and pursued for life. But I want to give a specific example about Jimmy Lai. Earlier this year, this committee heard from his son, Sebastian. And Sebastian himself, simply for campaigning for his father, for leading the Free Jimmy Lai campaign, has been targeted himself. He has been threatened in state media. He's been interrupted when he addressed the Human Rights Council in Geneva in June 2023. It's been made clear to him that if he ever returns to Hong Kong, he himself may be criminalised. My colleagues and I, as members of the international legal team for Jimmy Lai and Sebastian Lai, have been subjected to a range of actions. And importantly, none of us are Hong Kongers, none of us are in exile, none of us are dissidents. We are international lawyers working for our clients, seeking to hold China and Hong Kong to account for flagrant violations of Jimmy Lai's fundamental rights protected by international law.